Scott Brown has been a well-known member of Brookwood High School. Whether it was in the classroom or through a sport, Coach Brown has impacted students in various ways. His former students and athletes have nothing but positive things to say about him. Thank you, Coach Brown, for the last 25 years, and we wish you the best.
Coach Brown has impacted my life by being like a role model to me all my 4 years here at Brookwood High School. He's pushed me to be a better man every day I come to school, and he's just someone that I can look up to.
Okay, well, I started off knowing Coach Brown in middle school, so it's been 9 years now since I have met him and known him, and I did athletics, and so he was a big part of all that. But where I really got to know him the most was through FCA at school. So in middle school, that was the first time we'd ever heard of something like that, and so him leading that really set the standard high for him. And then as I moved on into high school, and then he eventually moved up here, I got to be an FCA leader under him, and so he really helped me to grow just in my maturity and just as a student and as a person. And he got to present me with scholarships for FCA my senior year, and so he's impacted me, my siblings. He's been a great example of what a true teacher and mentor looks like, and now that I'm going to be a social studies teacher, he's really set the standard for me, so I'm so thankful for everything that he's done for me.
Scott has really been a friend. He's a really great guy. Obviously, we all know that, and as a mentor, just because of the situation. He's been our athletic director. I've been one of our coaches, and he's just, he's been somebody who I confide in a lot and vent to a lot, but also somebody that I seek a lot of just regular advice from. I mean, he's legit just has been a friend to me, and somebody who I've really valued his opinion on just about everything, every walk of life. Obviously, we're going to all miss having him here every day, but I don't think that just because he's not going to be working here anymore, I don't think that's going to stop the relationship. He's obviously somebody who is of such great character. I would hope that I can continue to have that type of person in my life, and somebody who I can always go to with any problems or anything that I'm going through. So he's somebody that I really have valued the friendship, and I hope that or I know that it's going to continue in the future.
Coach Brown has impacted me in lots of ways. He's impacted me as a teacher because I was always challenged to do my best around him, because no matter what element we were in, whether it was coaching or teaching, like he gave 110%. Every day was bell to bell, and it challenged me to be a better teacher, to know my content. Also just the way that he commended respect in his classroom, but it was fine-tuned. He found that special place where his students trusted him and they respected him and they wanted to give their best. So that was always a challenge to me, and it impacted me to be a stronger teacher. And naturally he's impacted my faith, because he been touched by adoption, and that's something that's really important to me. And I just see the way he's handled his family experience, and how he's been a father figure to tons of athletes in our community. And I'm just real thankful that he stayed in Brookwood so long, because this is my hometown, and it means a lot that he was able to impact the lives of teenagers that needed support, but they needed firm support. And I was so glad that he became that man in our community for so long. And so that impacted me to, of course, live out my faith and my relationships with students. And, it's been a joy and an honor to work with him.
Scott Brown is like a brother to me. I wouldn't have called him my brother years ago when I first was around Scott Brown, because I really didn't like him. And he knows this about himself, because we've talked about it. But I am so thankful that God placed me and Scott Brown in the same school, to be together and to work together and to influence kids. Scott is he is such a dry personality, but is so fun. that you just can't help but to enjoy to be around him. But really, the most important thing is Scott's relationship with Christ is what's really impacted me. He, he lets his light shine for Christ every single day, and it shows through his character. The kids know that he loves the Lord, and I think especially during these days and times that we live in the society that we live in, that we need more people like Scott Brown. And that is, he's impacted me in so many ways, and I'm thankful for what he has done here at Brookwood High School and his friendship to me.